Italian style and culture is all pervasive and globally influential across many of the most luxurious and sought after industries in the world, from cars to fashion to food. In the hospitality and food service sector, Italian coffee culture dominates. Cafes that serve Italian coffee products and the delicious food and beverage complements that sell so well alongside it offer the most lucrative business vehicle in which to capture the spend of this high socioeconomic demographic. India's burgeoning middle and upper class provide an historic window of commercial opportunity with rapid growth forecast for years to come. With the benefit and support of our business system and brand, by joining our network of retail establishments that we are creating right now in all parts of India. This is Bar Italia Cafe. In modern society, Italian coffee culture dominates. Coffee has become the central point for a lot of social interaction and for business, and there is an enormous commercial opportunity in that. I'm here to speak to you today about an incredible business opportunity in India. Italian style is all pervasive, and in much of the world now, the cafe culture has become the de facto. It is now the standard way for people to meet, to do business, to socialise. It has become the universal connection point. And so therefore coffee culture has become the currency of the modern economy. Hello, I'm Stephen Mario Cavallo. Welcome you to have a look at the Bar Italia cafe concept. We are a group of Italian business people here in Australia, and we are about to take a new brand of cafe, of Italian coffee culture, of food through India and other parts of the world. In modern society, cafe culture, Italian food and coffee has become the modern currency for social interaction and for business meetings. I'd like to share with you the opportunity at hand in India. India is a large place, there's 1 billion people, a rapidly expanding middle class. People meet more and more and almost universally now in cafes. In the cafe business, there are a number of essential things. For success, you need obviously good coffee and you need the right foods. You need also to understand the correct way to serve, and of course you need the operational and managerial knowledge of running a cafe. All of this takes experience, and all of this really, to do it authentically, takes a genuine understanding of Italian culture. We are a group of Italian business people here in Australia who are passionate about coffee, who are passionate about business, and who are now looking for people in India, investors who are interested in setting up their own cafes. So the opportunity at hand is one where we offer a turnkey solution to people who want to invest in the cafe business, but may not already have the expertise, the knowledge, the experience, the culinary expertise around Italian food, or the intimate knowledge of Italian culture in order to do it properly. If it's not done properly, there's a high chance it can fail. Cafe business is done properly. Cafe business is done along the traditional Italian lines of food and of coffee, but with a modern ambience, with a modern environment in a modern setting, tend to do very, very well, very well. They are highly attractive to people. and they work most of the hours that they're open, they're busy because there's different shifts that happen. There's the morning crew, the breakfasts, the mid-morning, the after-school, mums come in for the coffees. You have business meetings in the morning. You've got obviously the lunch trade. You've got the after-lunch trade where it tends to be a lot of business people again. You've got the after-school, the after-college people, and then you've got your dinner trade for those that elect to stay open till dinner. And then obviously into the night there's more trade after that. So it's a very, very good business. The business revolves around coffee being the central point, but the beauty about doing it properly and having the correct Italian foods that go with the coffee is that while coffee itself is extremely high margin, we know how to teach you to ensure that 1 cup of coffee ends up becoming a sale of 3 or 4 items. So you can triple, quadruple or more each potential sale. This can only be done if you understand, if you have the right foods, if you understand what foods go with what beverages, understanding the seasonality. Seasonality can be both in terms of weather and also in terms of time of day. Time of day is also important. If you understand that well, you can actually sell more products if you've set them up correctly and your menu is complementary. We will teach you all these things. The attraction of becoming involved in our business would be that all you would need, other than obviously the money to invest, is a passion for this type of business, interest in it, and the willingness to obviously work hard and to be part of the business, and a commitment to your business to see it grow. All the other stuff that takes a lot of time, all the mistakes that ordinarily someone would need to make, they're expensive mistakes, they can be heartbreaking mistakes. We've made those mistakes already in the past, so we are able to give to you a plan where you simply, we set you up with what you need, and from day one you'll have everything you need to start working effectively with all the knowledge and the training, the product knowledge and familiarisation with the Italian terms, certain menu items, and if someone orders a certain coffee you understand what it is straight away. We also have a brand and a corporate image. We have a very attractive, strong branding, and part of your investment would be the branding, the shop fit out, the equipment, the training of how to make the coffee, the training of how to make the in-house Italian foods that you need to sell, and also the ability to source from us important foods which you need to sell, which are very high margin but you can't make in store. These are foods such as gelato, these are foods which is Italian ice cream, and other particular foods that take a lot of expertise and special equipment to make. So we can supply all the knowledge, all the IP, the branding, the corporate setup, the support, the training, and certain foods that you can't prepare yourself. With the rapid expansion of luxury retailing, high income earners and economic development, increasingly the average Indian consumer seeks out the best coffee locations in the most fashionable areas. In these cafes, they will meet in their tens of millions daily, thus presenting our network of shops in India a colossal business potential from which we will derive a significant market share. Training for investors and their staff will be provided. It is assumed that investors will be local Indian people with no prior knowledge about cafe shop operations, coffee technique, Italian culture, Italian food or the Italian language. All of these, including dress code and uniforms, pronunciations, Italian food preparation and display, quality standards, customer service excellence, service delivery and personal appearance are all covered in training for both business owners and staff. Our goal is that sophisticated Indian consumers enjoy food, coffee, gelato and drinks in a fashionable setting served by local Indian staff that have the ability to deliver an experience that astounds, on par with that delivered in Italy. We have established blueprints for setting up a cafe. We know the best combination of location, shop frontage, interior layout of serving counters and seats, the most efficient operational procedures and the correct equipment to buy. Everything about our system is optimized to ensure your business enjoys the most efficient operation, the most effective sales, the most profitability, and is the easiest to run. All while giving customers a brilliant cafe culture experience to drive rapid growth and repeat business. There is a certain image that these cafes must maintain, and there's a certain, obviously a certain standard, both for food, cleanliness, hygiene, customer service, so on and so forth. And we insist that investors that come into our network abide by our rules and abide by what we've set up for you. Ultimately, those guidelines, those rules, those systems are there for you, and they're there to prevent owners, investors from making the mistakes that they would otherwise ordinarily make without the help of a system like ours. For more information, you can check out our website www.baritalia.cafe, www.baritalia.cafe, baritalia.cafe. On that website, you'll find other video clips and investor prospectus that you can download, and also contact information to speak to me directly here in Australia or to speak to our counterparts in Europe and in India. Coffee is loved by the whole world, and done properly in a traditional Italian way and in a shop and within our brand, which is a modern Italian brand serving traditional Italian coffees, foods, beverages. There's a recipe there for success that we can give you. That you just need to run with it and go and be successful. Get in contact with us. I look forward to speaking to you. I'm available to speak to, and I'd like to welcome you to the family.